correspondent David Spunt, who joins us live in Washington with the backstory on these two very important court cases. The lawyers are always busy around election time, but I think it's really important to follow both of these. David, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome, Martha. It's unique because we're a week before the election, and already these cases are heading to the Supreme Court. But we do have an update in that Virginia case within just the last few minutes. The Justice Department here in Washington, D.C. submitted a requested brief to the United States Supreme Court arguing about why those 1,600 voters or so should remain on the election rolls in Virginia, many with questionable citizenship status. DOJ sued earlier this month, arguing that Governor Glenn Youngkin's executive order went against what's called the quiet period federal law, saying you can't take any overt actions within 90 days to remove people from the rolls. DOJ makes that argument in this new brief in the last 5 minutes. 3 p.m. was the deadline 2 minutes ago. Youngkin says it's simple. If you are not an American citizen and you say you're not on a state form, you shouldn't be able to vote early. In August, Youngkin signed this executive order that resulted, Martha, in frequent checks of voter rolls in the state, removing about 1,600 voters. DOJ, they say that executive order violates federal law. A district judge and appellate judge panel agreed. They say that some of those citizens were taken off the voting rolls by mistake, according to DOJ. Another case before the Supreme Court in Pennsylvania, where late yesterday afternoon, state Republicans asked the 9 justices to block a lower court decision that would allow a voter's provisional ballot to be counted, even if mail-in ballots rejected for not following technical procedures like arriving in mandatory secrecy envelopes. The state GOP in North Carolina yesterday argued before an appeals court challenging 225,000 voter registrations in that election battleground. The state GOP insisting there are problems with voter registration systems. The appeals court sent it back to a state court in part, but will keep part in federal court. And in Illinois, Mississippi, and Nevada, as if there's not enough to talk about here, there are questions over whether to count ballots received by mail after Election Day. But Pennsylvania is one we're going to want to watch, and you'll probably talk about it with Professor Turley, because people in that state uniquely cannot even touch early ballots until 7 a.m. on Election Day. So it will take a while for those results to come in.
Yeah, Pennsylvania, last time we called it on the Saturday after the election, because although they've been getting ballots in for several weeks, they will not open them or begin the tabulation process until Election Day, as you point out. David, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So let's bring in Jonathan Turley, constitutional law attorney and Fox News contributor. You're going to be busy getting all of this figured out for us, Jonathan. So let's talk first about Virginia. And I actually want to start by showing you a bit of the conversation that I had with the governor just a couple of days ago on this issue. This is where he stands. Watch this.
This ruling is just beyond belief. That a federal judge is telling us take people who have self-identified as non-citizens, who, by the way, have presented documents that confirm they're non-citizens in the vast majority of the cases, and put them back on the voter rolls. It's beyond belief.
So 1,600 voters who the governor says when they got their driver's license, they checked non-citizen on the box. And now he wants to make sure that those individuals are not voting, since they have already self-proclaimed that they're non-citizens, or they'll get an opportunity to cure that ballot. If indeed they are citizens now, there's still time for them to fix that.
Yeah, Martha, what is really curious about the Virginia case is that the Virginia law is really replete with protections for the voters. It's a very reasonable law. It says that if you say you're a non-citizen, it's going to get kicked back through the DMV, and you can cure it. You've got 14 days to cure it. But even if you don't do that, we still allow you to file a provisional ballot so that if there's any mistake, your vote will be counted. You would think the Biden administration would look at that and say, all right, this is a relatively small number of votes. Let's just make sure you use this law correctly. And instead, they went with the nuclear option, and these federal judges agreed that they should be put back on the voting rolls. But the state is saying it's a crime for a non-citizen to vote. So you have people saying, I'm not a citizen and I want to vote, and we're saying we can't do that. And now the Biden-Harris administration is saying you will do that with the help of these federal courts.
Yeah, I mean, this problem would be solved if 83% of Americans had their way, which is that you would have to require a proof of citizenship to vote when you register. So you wouldn't even get that ballot unless you had already proven that you're a citizen, which is a prerequisite for being able to vote legally. So, but let me ask you about this 90-day quiet period, because the governor claims that the process started outside of that 90-day period, but the change now is bumped up inside of it. How does that factor?
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm very sympathetic to Virginia on this. They're saying that there's no systemic removal here. This law was passed in 2006 and signed by then Governor Kane, who ironically is on the ballot this time, running for re-election in the Senate. And Virginia's saying we've used it within the 90-day period, but more importantly, Kane submitted this to the DOJ, and DOJ green-lighted it and said, yeah, this is fine.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And so what's happened? Yes, what's happening here is the DMV is kicking this back because of what these individuals said. And your point, Martha, is still a good one, and it probably the best one. Name any issue today that 84% of Americans can agree on. They agree on this, on voter identification and citizen proof. And yet the Biden administration has been harassing states at every turn and calling all of these laws, Jim Crow 2.0, and making false statements about them. In Georgia, they lost the All-Star game because of those false claims made by President Biden, and they're having a record turnout in Georgia. There's not a voter suppression problem. They're having trouble accommodating all the voters.
Yeah, 83%, as you say, are very concerned about why you don't have to show your ID when you have to show up for so many other things that you want to do. In this country, you can't get on a plane or anywhere else without your ID. It seems like a pretty low bar in this process. So we're going to keep an eye on the Pennsylvania case as well, and I have a feeling we're going to be talking a lot in the coming days and maybe even the weeks. Jonathan, thank you so much.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.